Welcome back, YouTube. We are still going on our stamp tour. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we are at Pungwangsa Temple. Now this is a little lesser known temple, I think, because, well, maybe it's not as lesser known, but I haven't heard about it until I started doing the stamp tour. But just to show you, right there, that little corner one, bam, Pungwangsa Temple. So we're going to explore this place just to give you a little heads up of the temple and what all the things are. And we're going to hit up some other places as well, 2 or 3 other places besides the Pungwangsa Temple, but we're going to spend most of our time here because I actually haven't been to this temple before, so I'm very excited to explore it today. And I hope you guys are as well. So upon entering, we have the Mojon Stone Pagoda. This was originally supposed to be 9 tiers, but only 3 of them remain. So this, I assume this is the original building that was built back during the reign of Queen Songdo. But it is a pagoda that houses, or housed, Buddhist relics as well as beads and various items that was imported from Okinawa and Japan and various countries. All of those items that were inside are now placed in another area, but the pagoda still remains. Now it's presumed that the original 9 stories in this whole temple, well, not presumed, but the whole temple was burned down during the Mongol invasion. So I assume that the other 6 tiers were kind of brought down during that time as well. The whole temple is actually built during the reign of Queen Songdo, which is, you know, shout out to the queen. This temple itself, for the area, is not as big as like other temples that I've been to, but it is very nice, especially the stone pagoda, this very big, huge monument that you can't miss. But it gained recognition because 2 famous monks, one of them named Jajang, like Jajangmyeon, proceeded over the Buddhist rites at this temple, so it kind of gained a lot of notoriety as he was one of the top monks of that time. After gaining recognition, I think it was during the Goryeo period of King Gojong is when it was burned down. Obviously, the temple has been restored, but not everything is as it was. There's also outside, we'll go visit that later, there's the Hwangyongsa temple site, which was also burned down. And then there is a 3-story pedestal as well that we got to check out that has a lot of significance as well. But let's keep exploring the temple. Over here we have the Punhwangsa Sokjong. This is the original well from the Shilla dynasty, or I believe it's the original well. They don't really say what's burnt down and what is still original, but it's still used. Like, you can actually still use this well today. I think they use that one now, but I think this one is still in good enough condition that you can use it. The outside is octagonal, while the inside is circular, which is supposed to represent imperfect perfection, I think, according to Buddhist principles. So let's go ahead and keep walking around. Well, that's the whole temple. Actually, it's not very big. It's very not big. So I wouldn't really recommend coming here unless you're gonna go like kind of do the stamp tour as well. And also in the background there, you guys can see it, the moon. There's another, like, I'm not exactly sure what that building is. That's the only building I don't know what it is. I've passed by it 1,000 times. Still don't know what it is. It's not, I don't think it's on the stamp tour or anything. But we're gonna walk to where the temple site was, which is to the right over here, right over there, the Hwangyongsa temple site. Check that out. And then move on to our next destination. This is not too far away from Cheongseongdae. What I do really like is that they do have a little bike parking. Not very important, but it is nice. So if you guys are biking around Gyeongju or kind of visiting around, it's kind of nice to have that. A nice little place to park your bike. But it is out of the way. Now, I love to use Cheongseongdae as a frame of reference for everything, like where everything is, because I consider that the middle, even though it's probably not, but it's a good reference. It's maybe, I would say a good 20, no, longer than 30, maybe almost an hour walk from where we are. Biking is maybe about 20 minutes, so it is a distance. So if you guys are willing to go that far, then it might be worth it. Otherwise, let's go check out that temple site. So this whole area, as beautiful as it looks, was supposed to be the Hwangyongsa temple site. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be a recreation of the Gyeongju Temple. We'll go ahead and check that out since we're over here. Might as well. I don't know what that building is. Now, they were constructing this to be a palace. However, that being said, the story goes that the emperor saw a yellow dragon flying over the area and took that as a sign to change it to build a temple instead. Now, what could have been the yellow dragon? Could have been a real yellow dragon. I don't know, but very cool decision based off the king. Now, this took like over a decade to actually finish. It took a long time, longer than I think most things were taken to construct. But by the time it was done, of course, as you can imagine, was burned down or destroyed. And it was then, like, over time, people built houses over this area. Like, people used to live here and everything. And then I think after a while, they did some research and dug around the area and found out that the temple's built over like a marshy wetland. So a lot of things were super buried in the ground. And so they were able to uncover a lot of artifacts thanks to that. But obviously, temple doesn't exist. We will check out this building, see what that is. I'm finally going to check it out. But see if it's supposed to be a semblance of the Gyeongju Temple. I don't think it is, but it'll be neat to check it out finally in my time being in Gyeongju. So let's go see. So this building is a museum for the temple that was burnt down, the Gyeongju Temple. We're not actually going to go inside today, you know, because it's going to be another part that you guys can see by staying tuned into the channel. But that being said, let's go back to where the Gyeongju Temple is, and yeah, move on to our next place. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Gyeongju Temple. They did do a gong, which is kind of cool. I don't know if they're doing more gongs. No, I don't think so. Anyways, we're gonna head to our next destination, Daereungwon, a place we've been to before, but it is part of the stamp tour that I have not done yet. So let's go ahead and hop on over there. All right, YouTube, we are at Daereungwon. We did it. Got it on the stamp tour. Nice. As I said, we have been here before, so we'll just kind of go inside and check out the crown. Maybe crown. There's the theory that it might not be a crown, but anyways, we'll check that out at least. But we have already been to, oh, look, there's a bunch of like crows flying up at you probably. Oh yeah, there you go, bunch of crows. Anyways, just check out the tomb inside and then go to our next destination. But if you guys ever want to come here, it is pay to go inside. But if you're a Gyeongju citizen like I am, you don't need to pay, which is super nice. But most of the places on the stamp tour are actually kind of free, which is really, really cool. Like the last place was free to go inside the park itself. This park is absolutely free. There are some paid, like going inside the tomb, Bulguksa, and Worji is also you need to pay. But most things, I think 10 of these places are free or so. So that's very nice. But if you guys don't want to pay to go inside, I totally understand. You guys can check out the VOD, and see for yourself what it looks like inside, and then take a walk around the park. This is by far one of my favorite places to be in Gyeongju, just because it's so beautiful. I am a little sad though, because yesterday we actually got some snow, YouTube, but I wasn't able to come over here yesterday due to my exam, so I'm a little sad that I didn't get to see the hills covered in snow. So maybe another time. Anyways, let's go inside, check out the crown, and go to our next spot. There it is, YouTube, the golden crown. Again, maybe crown. And the tomb right there. All right, YouTube, we are at the Daereungwon. We got our stamp again. Now, this is probably going to be the last place we tour today, because this is also a place I have not been to. It is a little ways away from Hwangdae-Namgil or the Daereungwon. I think it took me about like 10 minutes, 12 minutes by bike to get over here. But it is a bit of a walk and not super close to Hwangdae-Namgil. But this is super exciting because, again, I've not been here. It looks really cool. Looks just as big, if not bigger, than Daereungwon. And as we explore, I'll give you a little information about the place and what it is. Let's check it out. All right, just a little tour of the park area. Now, the tombs, I think, yeah, they're all the way over there. There's 5 kind of right next to each other, but the rest of it is just park. I don't know, actually just looks like a normal park that you'd maybe have a spot of lunch or walk around and play with kites and things like that. But this is a preserved area, so it's just more for walking and being a part of the culture. So as you guys can see back there, the tombs, that's where we're heading. There are 5. That's why it's called Orung, O for 5, and Rung for tomb. So 5 tomb complex or 5 tomb area, I guess, if you will. God, this is super beautiful. Like I said, I've never been here, so this is really cool for me to record, and this is going to be one of my new favorite spots to walk around. It's a lot different from Daereungwon because this place is so quiet. Daereungwon, there are so many people, so I assume that this place is lesser known. I don't know if it's lesser known, but like not as many people come over here. So this is very, very pleasant, very, very nice. And again, this place is free if you are a Gyeongju citizen like I. But it's about like one or 2,000 won, I think, to enter. Not super expensive. This place, unfortunately, is not free like Daereungwon, but still very cool. There it is, YouTube, the 5 tombs, with the biggest one on the west side. Now, again, these we can't really go inside unlike Daereungwon, but it is presumed to have the same structure where it's the wood and rocks and the tomb underneath. So these tombs that you see behind me are the original tombs of the Bak clan. Bak, I don't know how you say it correctly. Bak clan, which was the original founders of the Shilla Kingdom, starting with King Hyokose. King Hyokose, I can only assume, is in the biggest tomb. I mean, he was the first founder, right? The founding father of the Shilla Kingdom. And then there's Queen Aryong, married to King Hyokose. There's their son, King Namhae. Then there's the grandson, King Yuri. And then there's the great-grandson, King Pasa. Now, they've all done their own things in terms of why they belonged here. Like, they haven't just been part of the royal family. They each did their own thing. King Hyokose started the Gumsong, like golden fortress, built a fortress. I think it was King Namhae who structured for defense against the invading other capitals like Baekje, for example. And they've each done their own thing. So the tombs are the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th rulers respectively. I guess Queen Aryong wasn't technically a ruler, right? They didn't mention what she did. Fortunately, I don't know what she did, but we know that what the sons and the king had achieved. So this is very cool. Say hello to the founding fathers of Shilla Kingdom, YouTube. It's interesting because some of these tombs, like, they look combined, like this one. But this is very cool. I think this is a really cool place to check out if you're in the area. Might as well, right? Might as well check out all the tombs that Gyeongju has to offer, especially, again, the original clan of the Shilla Kingdom. I think that's so cool compared to Daereungwon. Now, we can't really go inside, we can't check it out, but we can have a nice little lovely walk. And then there is a little pavilion over here we're going to check out. I think Sokdongjong, I think is the name. And I believe that houses the well where supposedly Queen Aryong was born. They love the stories of how the founding fathers, or how some of the queens and kings and princes were born. It's very interesting. Oh yes, here we go. Aryongjong, the well. So let's go check that out. I guess that's, yeah, Aryong was the queen name, right? So the Aryong well. And yeah, check it out. You guys can decide for yourself, like I said, if the money is worth it to come in here. I think it is, at least for one time. But definitely coming back a second time, it might be nicer if you could come in for free. But this is still really cool. I really, really enjoyed this. All right, YouTube, here we have, well, this from the well. Oh, this is very small. So there is a story for Aryong, which is very cool. So apparently a dragon, it's always a dragon, gave birth to a baby at the Aryongjong, which I think is this, right? Or where this used to be, I'm not sure. When an old woman witnessed this, and saw the baby and took it as her own. The old woman then named the baby Aryong after the well. This lady or this baby grew up to be a very beautiful woman, virtuous, polite, and eventually became the wife of King Hyokose, married King Hyokose. And she was well known through the kingdom for her virtue. And in I think it is in posthumous or even during their time, King Hyokose and Queen Aryong were known as the two saints. They were very well loved and well liked by the people, so that's very cool. I don't know how much of the whole story is true. I mean, maybe her virtuous nature was probably true, but that is a very, very, very cool story. So there's always a dragon, right? But she was very devoted to the king and did well for him, so lived a good life. And I think that's super nice. It's really cute. Also, now let's go ahead and check out the pavilion behind us. But before that, YouTube, we get to walk through some bamboo again. This is so cool. This feels like we're at the Warji pond, but we can't walk through the one at the Warji pond, so this is actually really neat. Money well spent. If I had spent money for the historical culture, the stories, walking through bamboo. Oh, this is actually a lot longer than I expected. Oh, this is so cool. I don't know if you guys can hear the creaking. That's really kind of nice. So over here, YouTube, we have the Sokdongjong Shrine. This shrine was built to honor King Hyokose. It's kind of hard to see, obviously, between through the gate, but you can see there's a little tablet in there, tableau, to honor King Hyokose. I'm not sure what the other buildings are for. We don't have entrance or access to those, but this is the shrine itself. Now, this was burnt down, like many things, but obviously rebuilt, so that's super cool. Built by the people who beloved King Hyokose. All right, YouTube, I think that's it. We visited everything there is to see at Orungwon. This was a really cool place, the Five Tomb Park. This is very cool. I really enjoyed it, especially the history, again, the culture. Very, very fun. Hopefully you guys also enjoyed that aspect and maybe come visit the place yourself on your own little stamp tour or just whatever. I do recommend it, again, especially because Daejeon is so crowded. It is a very beautiful park, don't get me wrong. It is bigger than this. I thought this place might be bigger. Daejeon is much bigger and it is free entrance, but this place is really, really neat, especially if you want to pay your respects to the original people of the Shilla Kingdom. So I think that was very cool. We're gonna make this our last stop for this part of the stamp tour, I think. There was one other place that I want to check out, but I'm a little tired, YouTube. So we're gonna check out the other places next week. And I have been saving the big places for last because these are the places that are going to take me a bit of time to get. Now these are all next to each other. Cheomseongdae, Orungwon, Daejeon, Gyeongju Temple. They're all pretty close to each other. But the other ones, Sokuram, Guguksa, they're a bit further away. So we'll save those for next week. Hopefully get a few of those knocked out as well. So YouTube, thank you for watching as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look forward to the next part where we keep going on our stamp tour. And thank you again for checking it out. And thank you again to the city of Gyeongju for giving this idea for me, the stamp tour. I really liked it. I never came to this place before, so it was nice to come check it out. And I'll see you guys next week, YouTube. Like and subscribe if you want to keep watching those parts. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out, guys.